Hello, today I would like to show you how to install a Caffè Caravaggio professional coffee machine and the steps to do in order to clean the machine, to do an espresso and so on. So when you open the box, you will remove the coffee machine, of course. In this one you have inside the wheels for the machine and for the dirty water coffee tray. So first of all you open the box and you take out the wheels and bend down a little bit the machine so it's gonna be easier to set up the wheels. So one, oops, things that happens during the live video, 2, 3, 4, and the remaining 2 wheels are for the dirty water tray. So one, this is a little bit sometimes complicated, 1 and 2. So the wheels are inside this van and this lot, and inside the dirty water tray there is this box which contains the espresso filter that we will see later. Then you put this inside with the both components. You remove the sticker. You remove this plastic and you remove also this. So the machine now is ready. You connect the plug of the machine in the mains, and then we insert a filter. Inside here, inside this box, you have 2 espresso filter. One is a spare one. You have a descaling filter, which is the one we need to use now in order to activate the machine. We see now the differences. Let's put this on back. So, descaling filter, espresso filter, and the cream filter, which is basically an American coffee filter, or to make a coffee very long, with the cleaning rubber. So these are the 3 filters that comes with the machine. For an espresso, we use this one, which is the one with the small holes, and you see it's not a simple metal, but it's a pressurized filter. This is for the American coffee, which has slightly bigger holes. And this is the descaling, or in order to activate the machine, which is basically, you can see through it, it's a much more simple filter. So first of all, we need to remove the water tank. If we have to activate the machine, it's better to do this operation. So you put the handle backside so that you can remove the handle, and then you remove the inner tank, because the tank is made by these 2 components. So I put the descaling filter in the machine, and I switch on the machine. I take some water. If you want to speed up this operation, it's better if you add just above half liter of water. You see now the machine has got a blue light. When the machine has a blue light, it means the water in the water tank is missing. So I put inside the water tank. This is a brand new machine, never activated, never checked by our QC department. So you will see that you find yourself with a blue and green light flashing and a clean message coming out. If the machine was already activated by our QC department, you will find immediately a green light flashing, so the machine doesn't need to do this operation. So if you have to do this operation, you add half liter of water and then you press simultaneously the clean and espresso button. This will start the pump and will send the water through the machine. Sometimes, if the machine has been in the stock for a too long period, the pump cannot suck the water. If that's the case, while the pump is very noisy, you simply switch off the machine. This will create like a vacuum effect, so that in the second stage it will be much easier to do this. You will see that the machine now will be much less noisy, you see. So we let the water run through completely the machine in order to complete this first stage. It will take a few minutes. We stay on the machine, yeah. I know the video is quite long, but I want to show you all the operation in one shot. So you see the water start to come through. And remember again, during this operation, if you need to do it, use the descaling filter, not the Espresso or the American filter. Otherwise, the procedure will be much longer. And add only half liter of water, no more than that, or just a little bit more, 0.6, 0.7. So it's gonna be faster, because if you add the 3-4 liters of water, of course this process will take much longer. Okay, just a second. Then, while the machine does this, you can actually prepare for the second step. Second step is to insert the anti-calc or limestone filter in the second water tank. This filter is very, very important, because calc is enemy number one for coffee machines. So if you want to be sure that your machine will run smoothly for a longer period of time, you either need to use very soft water or always use this anti-calc system. You insert the filter in the machine, and then I will go now in the sink, because we need to add some water to rinse the filter. We can actually see it here. So you put some water inside and you let the filter rinse a little bit. While we've done this, the water for the activation is finished. So we remove the tank. It's very important to remove the tank. And we can add now our water in the water tank. So we put water inside. We put again the handle, so flip it backside and then insert it. We put the water tank back in. You see that the green light is now flashing. This means that the machine is warming up. It will take about 90 seconds. Like I was telling you before, if the blue light is fixed, it means the water is missing in the water tank. If the blue light is flashing, it means that the dirty water tray is full, so needs to be empty. These are the two meanings of the light. While the machine warms up, we also remove the scaling filter that we needed for the activation, and we put inside our espresso filter. We have then 3 buttons on our machines. This is the selector. Come closer maybe so that they can see very well this part. This is the selector to set up the quantity of the coffee. Allora, the machine, when you press espresso, it will stop automatically according to the quantities that you have set up. Of course, if you have set up a longer quantity and you needed to stop it before, by pressing again espresso, you can stop the extraction any moment you want. So usually for an espresso Italian style, we put the selector in position number 1 or just underneath position number 1. So we have put our espresso filter. Remember, it's a very simple operation. The machine is now warm up. We can make now a coffee. So you open the pod. The Caffè del Caravaggio coffee pod has a way. There is a direction for the pod. So you can understand the correct direction by touching the bottom part, which you can feel some dots, or otherwise, if you see the label of the pod, you see this is looking towards me, and the plastic inside is also shaped exactly like the pod. So in this way, the pod will go inside very well. Remember, to make a good coffee, 3 things are very important. The first thing is to put the coffee pod in the correct position, in the correct way, and the second thing is to put the pod in the correct position, so well placed inside the filter. You close the drawer and then you press espresso. You take your cup. We've made like a tulip shaped cups because we think that this shape is much better in order to improve the quality of the coffee inside the cup, and also in order to ensure that the cream inside the cup is properly maintained. So you'll see, okay, this is the first coffee, so it was very short. I will start again. It doesn't happen this usually. This is just because it's the first coffee of a newly activated machine. Anyway, what I wanted to show you is that now the machine will stop automatically according to the selection we've made. But if we want, we can stop also any moment by pressing again espresso. And here we have our coffee. You see, perfect cream, very, very well done. Then let's move on. Okay, so this is how to do the coffee. How to clean the machine, because our espresso filter is a special filter, but it needs to be cleaned constantly every evening. So every evening, the operator or the person in charge of the machine will take this rubber, which was provided with the filters. The flat part will go on the touching the filter. Close the drawer and press clean. The clean button, if you don't stop the machine, the cleaning procedure will last about 4.5 minutes. But you can also decide that when you see that the water is clean enough, the water from your machine is clean enough, you can also decide to stop the clean filter, the cleaning cycle. My recommendation is actually to let it through at least for a couple of minutes so that we are sure that the espresso filter is properly cleaned. Anyway, if you press the